Hi everyone! So, as you can see in the title, today's video is about shoulders. Shoulder health, shoulder pain or lack thereof, be it that you're watching this video because you have shoulder pain, or even if you don't, this video is going to be important for you and I'm going to tell you why. So, being a physiotherapist, people usually come to me because something's going on. They're either sore, they're very, very sore, they're limited in their function or their movement. It's not always about sport. I've folk right up into their 90s coming to me for the very, very normal day-to-day things. A common problem is shoulder pain or maybe neck pain, upper back tightness. Percentage-wise, I would say 60 to 70% of my shoulder pain patients are men, 30 to 40% would be women. The trend I've been lucky enough to pick up on through working with so many shoulder injuries and just day-to-day chronic shoulder pain, the trend that I'm spotting, if I give you a bit of background as to what shoulders do and what shoulders are first. So a shoulder is a ball and socket joint. The shoulder that you know of it here at the front's called the glenohumeral joint. It's just basically where your humerus bone comes up and meets into your shoulder joint. You also have your scapula, your shoulder blade at the back, that does a lot by way of controlling and stabilizing the shoulder for movements. The minute we take our arms away from our body, basically, that shoulder blade has to do quite a lot to keep the whole thing stable and ticking over as well. We have 6 movements of our shoulders, believe it or not. It's not just forward and back. So yep, we have flexion, forward, extension, back the waist. We have abduction to take the arm away from the body, adduction across the body, and we also have internal and external rotation of the shoulder. If I look at people's day-to-day life, the things that I'm seeing, be it that you're at a desk all day, be it that you're going to the gym and doing really well, doing your chest press, your overhead shoulder press, your pec deck work, your press ups, all your circuits work, your burpees, your mountain climbers and things. We are doing a lot of flexion and pushing away. We're doing a little bit of that abduction. We are getting very, very, very little internal and external rotation, almost no shoulder extension, right? When do you ever have your arm out behind you? Good 60 degrees of movement back there that's never explored. So there's 50% of our movement. I'm tending to find, especially the extension and the rotation, the rotational movements, we very, very seldom work into. So there's 50% of your available shoulder range that you're not using. So there's going to be certain parts of your shoulder where blood's not getting pumped into. It's like thinking of oiling up the hinges in your car or any mechanical machine. Things are going to start to get stiff and rusty. If I didn't start my car for a couple of months, things are going to start to go wrong. So if there are movements of my shoulder I'm not exploring into, things are going to start to get painful. And if they're not getting painful, if you're someone that doesn't suffer with shoulder pain, but you're noticing, oh goodness, she's made a point there. I say with my arms out in front of me a lot, and I tend to only really train that way, maybe just a little bit of pull down stuff. You're not even tapping your full potential. If you don't have full range of movement in your shoulder, there's no way you'll have full strength. I always use the slingshot analogy. The longer your muscles are, the further back I pull a stone in a slingshot, the farther the stone will go. So strength power does have a great correlation with joint mobility and muscle length. So it's super important that we're keeping our joints healthy, because this is when we start to see things like joint stiffness, wear and tear. Your arthritis is setting into your big ball and socket joints, which is your shoulder joints, and your hip joint. So today I'm going to be taking you through like a physio-led Pilates program, exploring all movements, and maybe some new strengthening shoulder exercises that you may or may not have come across before, but that this is a good all-rounded balanced shoulder workout. Like I said, Pilates won't get you hench like the way if you're overhead shoulder pressing 80 kilograms in the gym, but sometimes I do ask myself, do we really need to be doing all of that? If we work on just maintaining our full body weighted strength and mobility first, if we can attain that, yeah, then we can fire on with the real heavy lift and stuff. But it's super important, even if it's just once a week, like even if you are doing circuits types classes or you love your heavy weights, absolutely love that. Or like I say, you're just someone that doesn't do much exercise at all and you're just sitting at a desk all day, it's very, very important that even if once a week, twice a week, you're doing this video, because this is going to hit the shoulder from all angles, increasing your joint health, longevity, keeping your shoulders as pain-free and as injury-free as possible for as long as possible, but allowing you to have maximal performance ability, being able to sit at your desk, being able to do whatever activities is that you like to do, be it that's even cycling where you're sitting forward all day, that you can do all the things that you like to do without getting painful and without breaking your body down to try to achieve those things. So exciting times, lots and lots to learn with this time off. For today, I've got lots of different equipment for today. At the very end, you'll need a dining room chair. So just have it off to the side somewhere. So gather up your piece and ball. You need to get a dining room chair. You need to get 2 cans of beans for me, or 2 cans of something, chopped tomatoes, chickpeas, go crazy with it. Or if you do have small hand weights, go for it, or just a pair of your shoes like we've done before. Not essential, but if you have a TheraBand, stretchy band, grab that as well. If you don't have this, you can use tights, if you yourself have tights or anybody in your house has tights, or as long as you're not going to break it with your mad shoulder strength, just like a stretchy jumper or something. So it can either be a long band like that, or some people have the looped bands, like so. Grab what you, but if you don't have any of this stuff at all, only your cans, it's grand. This is just for added weight, so if you don't have it, don't worry, you don't need it. You have a body that you can move around, you don't need this added stuff. So, but gather those bits and bobs up, 2 cans, a band or something stretchy if you have it, a chair, and we shall get started. So let me clear a little bit of space. Shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. Okay, so we get the shoulders warmed up first. You will notice some of our Pilates moves in there, but it is going to be very, very shoulder based. So if you're not interested in doing it, switch off, grab some of my other videos. But like I said, this is important for everybody. Even if you're not really suffering with active shoulder pain, this is going to be phenomenal for waking up your entire shoulder joint today, and keeping the longevity, the mobility and the strength in it, so that you have bulletproof shoulders. Okay, come into standing for me. Let's set up our Pilates stance position to begin with. So let's think of our feet. I want you to feel the pressure of your feet coming down into your mat, your floor, your rug. Thinking about what your footprint would look like if you stepped in wet sand or concrete. Okay, so thinking of even weight distribution between your big toe, your little toe and your heel. Making sure you're hitting that lateral border, the outside border of your feet, by lifting your arch up and away from the ground, as if I had popped a pea or a grip in underneath your arch and you're not wanting to squash it. We have a softness in the knees. We bring our attention to our 3 stacked up shells. We have our pelvis, our rib cage and our shoulder girdle. We're tightening into our neutral spine. Our pelvis, the ribs are coming heavy down onto the pelvis, so we're not standing in an arch back position. Anybody that likes to stand like that, 30% of your effort contracting your tummy muscles as if you're wanting to squeeze into a tighter pair of jeans. And most importantly, today's theme, shoulders. We're setting the shoulder blades back, squeezing the shoulder blades together as if I wanted to hold a pencil in between my 2 shoulder blades, and drawing them down as well, as if I'm holding shopping bags and the shopping bags are pulling my arms down heavy towards the ground. Chins tucked ever so slightly into the chest, lengthening out the back of the neck, as if I was pulling you up through a string. Excellent. Pilates stance posture. Okay, let's warm up these shoulders. Do a wee bit of range of movement to begin with. Inhale to lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, rotate the palms away so they're no longer facing each other. We're coming out for a nice big backward circle. Hands face each other, get that full extension and right the way through. Exploring the back of the shoulder joint. And then you come to this point where your arms are right the way out behind you. You should have a good 60 degrees of movement there before you come right the way through. A few of these to warm up. Scooching round, exploring the backwards movement. 2 more. Rotating back. get that position of extension out behind before following through. Last time, inhale. Exhale, rotate the hands away, scooping backwards, out behind, lowering back down. Grab your band or your jumper or anything at this point. Okay, we're just taking the band or whatever it is that you have lightly in your hand. You can even grab a tea towel or something for this. We're going to take it in the left hand. Inhale, hands come up level with the body. On the exhale, we're going up with that left hand to head behind our back. Okay, so left hand is behind the head, right hand's heading up as if we're trying to scratch behind our back. This is when we make a crossover, so you give the band into your bottom hand, you scooch right the way around, windmill across, and exhale, same thing again. Two hands are coming behind the back to meet. The minute you feel the band, try to bring your hands closer together, inhale, release the top hand, exhale to swap over. Warming up into internal and external rotation. Ensure that you're keeping your chin tucked back. Keep it going. Your chin's tucked into your chest. Thinking of the posture that we nicely set up with in the beginning. Don't want you having to come forward or shoot the head forward in order to achieve the movement of the arms. This is all shoulder internal and external rotation. So you can see how neck pain, keep it going, neck pain and shoulder pain can have a link, because you can see here, if you're struggling with the shoulder mobility, do you see how even your neck compensates to try to help? Because your neck is the next joint up from the old shoulders, so it'll be trying to do all that it can to help you, because your body just wants to achieve its daily tasks. It doesn't really care about protecting you sometimes, especially if you're forcing it to go quite fast to achieve whatever tasks you want to achieve. Keep it going. You'll really feel this burning in the shoulders and good. Because like I say, these are two movements of the shoulders that we rarely ever get to exercise. Last one, squeezing the hands, trying to bring them as close together as you possibly can. Squeezing the tummy, squeezing the shoulder blades back, release, and right the way down. Take a hold of whatever this is that you have in your hands, your tights, your jumper, your band. We're bending the elbows up to 90 degrees here, okay? So whether you have a looped band or a full band, or you want to hold on to two cans of beans here, set the shoulders back. We're going to come in for shoulder external rotation. So you're keeping the elbow relatively close to the body, together, and rotate away. It's that squeeze back of the shoulder blades, and you'll see I'm grounding down quite tight here through my tummy muscles, getting into the tighter pair of jeans, squeezing my bum, so I have that softness of the knees, keeping my shoulders pulled down, and it's a rotation of the shoulders. It's less about a pull apart. Your elbow's not doing anything here, your elbow's being fixed at 90 degrees the entire time. And again, have your neck up nice and tall, chin tucked into the chest, keeping the ribs pulled down and connected to the pelvis. Don't want to see any arching as you pull across. Here is encased in cement. Pure shoulder, scapular workout. Pull apart. Good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Okay, we're going to come up into a nice scapular plane just in line with your breastbone and your shoulders. So again, even that you're holding your can of beans here, pulling right the way apart, band's going to come across the shoulders. You squeeze the shoulder blades when you're back there, and releasing off. But get that full extension. See the way I'm coming right the way across and out. Good. Come a little bit lower, together. Come a little bit lower again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. You're holding a tennis ball in between the shoulder blades, almost apart. Don't overarch the back. And rest back down. Shoulders are already burning. Okay, we have a few against the wall. This time you'll recognize some of these. These will actually be quite simple. Okay, come up to a wall surface. I want your hands in a Y shape like this, just slightly wider than your shoulder width apart. You're coming up to the wall. Hello, make sure you can see me. Pinky fingers pressed into the wall. I want you to push as if you wanted to push this wall away with all of your might. pushing into the wall with your pinky fingers. Inhale. And on your exhale, very, very simply, keeping that Y formation, you start to slide the hands up the wall without scooching the shoulder blades up. It's a lift up and a lift down. Okay, we'll do 5 of these. When you're up there, push your hands, push that pinky finger as hard as you can into the wall. Inhale. Exhale to slide down. Keeping that bit of pressure on. This is a very, very, very small movement to warm up. Inhale. Exhale to slide up. Pressure, 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 pressure. Inhale. You can even have the half flats of your hands on. Exhale. Sliding down. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Keeping that wide formation as you slide up and down. Tight at the tummy. Don't overarch the back. Inhale. Exhale. Come in a little bit closer and slide. Can be handy if you're using socks or something slippy to roll up. Inhale. Exhale to slide back down. Okay, turn around. Your back's facing the wall. You're just about a foot away from the wall. Elbows straight. Pinky finger again being the lead. We press backwards into the wall. Press, press, press. Squeezing shoulder blades back. Push the wall away as hard as you can. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a baby step forward. Keep that pressure on the wall. Squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back towards the wall. Lift arms right the way up overhead until your index finger touches. Give a squeeze there, pushing through your index finger for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming right the way back down and through, pressing the pinky finger in, squeezing the shoulder blades back and down, and sink as hard as you can into the wall through the pinky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a 10cm step farther forward. Squeeze the shoulders back. You're slightly further away from the wall now. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And exhale to shake the arms off. Last shoulder wall exercise. Coming back right the way against the wall. Gonna come into our cactus pose. Arms bent up at 90 degrees at the elbow. Index fingers sinking into the wall. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Press into the wall as hard as you can with all your might through your index finger. Inhale. Exhale, we slide up. When they touch up overhead, give an extra press into the wall. Inhale. Exhale to slide back down. Inhale. Exhale to slide up. Push, 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 push into the wall. Inhale and exhale. Push, 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 push. Inhale. Exhale to push. You're sinking into the wall as hard as you can as you slide up. Last one. Inhale. Exhale to slide. Keeping the chin tucked in. Pressing the back of the skull into the wall. Inhale. Exhale. Oh my goodness. Floating the arms back down. Swing the arms from side to side. Brilliant. Take a grab of your cans of beans. Pop them just beside your mat, for we're going to need them soon. Big breath in. Breath out, spinal roll down. Let's tip the crown of the head forward. Arms come heavy out in front of us. Knees are soft, and we're gently making our way down towards the floor as if we wanted to go down and touch our toes. When you're there, just give a big stretch to the back body. You're looking in between your knees. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. And come down onto the mat, onto all fours. Turn over onto your back for our first workout with the shoulders. Okay, so what the arms are going to be doing here is we are going to have a can of beans each in our hands, like so. Okay, and the type of movement we're going to be doing is just huge circles. So we lower the cans right the way back down. They're going to scoop around, so make sure you have plenty and plenty of room either side of you to scoop the arms around. So we're going to be lying flat on our back. It's basically going to be up and round like so, almost as if we're doing a bit of a backstroke. And it's Pilates, of course, so I'm going to throw some core in there for you. I'm not going to leave you wanting. Okay, fold one knee up at a time into tabletop. So just with your knees right the way over your hip joint, and your knees are bent to 90 degrees. Now if you are wanting to make this a wee bit easier, you can take the legs out of it if you want, okay? So knees are just bent up, tucking in the tummy muscle. The tummy muscles to ground down through your back. Inhale, lift the bean cams just so that they're resting above your shoulder joints. Big breath in. Breath out, we lower them back just till they're hovering right above the ground, just up above us. We scoop, huge downward circle, and all the way up overhead. Big breath in. Breath out, down, circle round, up center, inhale. Exhale, off we go. Around and back center. So you're trying to get as close, you're just hovering, like I'm talking 2 centimeters up off the ground as you're making these huge circles. And like I said, activate your core as well. You're just pulling up through your pelvic floor. Keep it going. I'm gonna do about 10 to 15 of these in total. Pulling up of your pelvic floor as if you're wanting to stop yourself from going to the toilet. And trying to squeeze into your tighter pair of jeans. Now you may feel a lot going on in the shoulder here. I definitely have tight shoulders myself, so you might feel some clicking and creaking, a lot of nasty stuff. Brilliant, we're getting blood flow into parts of the shoulders you maybe haven't had the opportunity to explore in your time. Right the way up overhead, scoop and round. And it's when you have your arms up overhead that you really have to channel down through the ribs to keep the rib cage down. Don't want your rib cage flaring up and away from the mat. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to go the opposite direction. So this time we come down, we scoop up and round the body till we're right the way up overhead. And then we come center, lower down, scoop up. You're up overhead, you lift to you're floated above the shoulders, lower down, circle upwards. Up overhead, lift above the shoulders, lower down, scoop up and round. Keeping your shoulder blades set down onto the mat this entire time, thinking of those shoulder blades as jigsaw pieces, fitting tightly into the mat. Good, big breath in. Last one, inhale. Exhale, down, scoop up and round, back center. Lower the left leg, lower the right leg. This time, almost into a chest press position. We are taking the elbows out wide into our cactus arms, 90 degrees. Your elbow is just in line with your shoulder joint. It is abducted 90 degrees away from your body. Internal and external rotation, holding the cans. Inhale. On your exhale, we're going to lower the cans back, but your elbow must stay in contact with the ground the whole time. And when you're there, I want you to try to pulse. You're pushing down through your can, hard into the ground for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. So I'm holding my can facing up. And we're coming down into internal rotation. Again, it's pivoting here. You're pivoting on that elbow joint. You're staying at 90 degrees. Keep the rib cage down by squeezing your tummy muscles, squeezing your back into the mat, and let's pulse. Pushing down through the cans, down into the ground for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and exhale. So if you can't quite reach the mat, you just pulse at your own end of range. The more and more you practice this, you will go through it, pulsing, pulsing, pulsing. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale to rotate. Pivoting on that elbow. You'll get a great stretch across the front of the shoulders here. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate. Let's do singles. Touch, rotate into internal rotation, touch at the bottom, rotate, touch at the top, keep the ribs down. And last one. And keep the bean cans off to the sides. Arms come down by your side for this one. I want the whole of the back of your arm making contact with your mat here, okay? Chin's tucked into the chest, looking up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and down into the mat, fitting in to the jigsaw piece. The entirety of the back of your arm, elbow straight, palms facing the mat, back of your arms making complete contact with the mat here. Okay, we're going to try to fire up the lats. So for some folk, it might be enough just to push down through the arms, come up onto the tippy toes or onto the heels. Try to make your feet light, push down through your arms and use the power of your arms to push you up into a gentle bridge to lift your bum up off the ground. Level 2, if you're wanting a little bit more, you are lifting the entirety of your body up and off the mat. And of course you want to make that harder again. We're straightening out the legs and we're pushing over. So we'll do 10 pushovers, be that you're level 1, pushing through the arms and just lifting the bum. Level 2, knees bent up and lifting, but this is all through your hands, okay? Or your level 3 with your arms out straight, okay? Whenever you're ready, making that contact with the mat, inhale. Exhale, let's go for 10. Push and down. Good. 2, 3, and down. Good. 4, 5. You'll be feeling this in your triceps, all down the backs of the shoulder. 6, 7. We're getting in the core too, if you are using the legs. 9. Whew, my shoulders. And 10. Inhale. Exhale. Pull your knees to your chest. Getting the arms across the body. Giving the triceps a wee stretch off. Big breath in. And breath out. Up your left leg down and your right leg down. Okay, come onto your right hand side next to me. Love the sideline series. Sideline series is brilliant for the old shoulder work. Okay, so for this one, I want your top leg in front of your bottom leg, like so. We're going to come into our side bend series. Now, for this one, you can be propped up on your elbow if you like, or if you want a little bit of extra work, you can come right the way up with the elbow straight, fingers facing away from you. And we're going to come in for our side bend. So it's just the ability to hold your body weight down through one arm, or you can be down like so and side bend, whatever tickles your fancy. Okay, we'll go in for 10 of these in total. Whenever you're ready, big breath in. On the breath out, side bend, up and over. I want you to get this top arm right the way up. Maybe this is about to brush your ear. We circle down and round and up. Good. Down, round and up. Down, round and up. Down, round and up. Last one. Inhale. Exhale to lower back down. So you find that quite sore in the wrist, like I say, you can go down onto the forearm. Big breath in. Breath out, up. And we circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Exhale to lower back down. Big breath in. Breath out, up we push again. And circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one. Big breath in. Breath out, come up into a side bend, get the arm right the way up overhead and circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower back down. Beautiful. Come right the way down so that you're resting your head onto your elbow here. Entire body is making contact with the ground. You can have your knees bent up, doesn't really matter. We're taking our bean can next. Okay, so to get started with this one, first of all, pull the shoulder right the way down, as if you wanted there was a magnet attaching your shoulder down towards your hip. So it's a real pull down, opening up the space between the ear and the shoulder here. So your elbow should be resting just above where your wee hip bone is, just about in line with your belly button. Okay, elbow bent to 90 degrees like we've done before. We take the bean can in hand, pivoting on the elbow again, external rotation. Inhale. On your exhale, we pivot. Now the body's not allowed to move here, so the body can't tip back to allow this to happen. Lifting up and away, keeping that 90 degree. And it's a real squeeze back of the shoulder blades here. So you'll feel something small going on. But again, it's likely a muscle. You're sitting thinking to yourself, gosh, I can't pinpoint where that is. I don't know what that muscle is. I've rarely ever used it before. And this is the thing, we don't we don't tend to work very much into external rotation like this, but this is only a can of beans and I'm almost struggling at this point. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, keep the tummy pulled in towards the spine. Inhale, exhale, and we're up here. We're going to pulse, small pulses, back of the hand, up towards the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness, brilliant. Let's stretch off that shoulder next, so get the cans away. Okay, still lying on the same side. Knees are bent up. Your knees are not to go anywhere at all. You're still propped up on this elbow. You can kind of lie down on your side like this with this bottom arm up overhead. Okay, we start with this top arm, which is my left arm, up overhead, just out in front of us, and we're going to make lovely circles here to try to get our thoracic spine and our shoulder straps off, but the legs stay steady. Okay, so arms out in front, we inhale. On the exhale, I'm drawing a huge circle up and over my head, past that right arm. Now I'm starting to turn to come over to lie on my back, but those legs, the knees are still pressed down onto the mat, so I can't come all the way over onto my back. I scoop all the way away from the body until my hand comes right the way down and touches the back of my bum. And it's there that I bring the hand over the body again, and it starts out in front of me. Inhale, exhale, rotate up over the top hand, and now I start to rotate. I do a huge sideways circle away from the body. The hand comes all the way down, touches my bum, comes over the top, huge circle. I want you to make your circle as big and as wide and as exaggerated as possible. Let the body tilt up and away. You'll get a lovely stretch into your pecs muscles on that left hand side. Touches your bum, comes up over your legs, out in front again. Reach, out to the side, reaching up overhead. Now reaching away as far out towards the left as you can. It's coming down. Give your bum a big press, come up and over. Last one, reach away. Reach up overhead, reach to the left hand side, reach away, scoop the hand down, press your bum as hard as you can, and the hand comes up overhead. Excellent. Push yourself up into sitting. We're going to come in for our saw next. So saws in lots of my videos, I just love saw. Feet are just out as wide as you can get them to where it's comfortable. I have it out at about a 5 to 1, 10 to 2 position. Toes pulled up. Hands started level with the shoulders. We inhale. On the exhale, I'm going to rotate to my right hand side. Now I'm reaching forward with this left arm. The back arm back here flips so that my hand, the palm of my hand is now facing the ceiling, and I come forward. Taking a grab of the leg, but that hand that's out behind you, lift it as if you wanted to lift the roof up off of the room. Reaching back for the car seat that. It's a huge lift up and away from the body. Inhale. Exhale to sit up, and that's when we rotate back center. Inhale. Exhale, we rotate to the left first. Flip that back hand, and down we come to touch the toe. When you've touched the toe, your concentration comes back onto that left arm, lifting it up and away from the body, backwards into as much as extension as you can. Lift the roof up off the place. Press. Inhale. Exhale, lift and rotate. One more each side. Big breath in. Breath out. Rotate. Flip the back hand, and down we go. Take a grab of wherever it is that you are. Bring your attention to that floated up right hand behind you. Lift away from the body. Press into the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale to sit. Rotate center. Inhale. Exhale to rotate. Flip the back hand, and down we go. Get the stretch first. Then turn the attention to the hand that's out behind you. Lift it up and away from the body, away from the floor. You're trying to touch the roof. Inhale. Exhale. Back center. Hands come down. And now we're going to come down to our other side. So we've already done our right side. Now let's come down to our left side to do our sideline series. Keep the beans close to hand. And we're coming down and we're doing our side bend first. So you're either propped up on your elbow for your side bend, or up onto your hand. Top leg is the leg that's out in front to propel down and through. Inhale, exhale, push up and over. Good, and then we circle like we're swimming. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Up tall, inhale, exhale to lower. Or down in the elbow, inhale, exhale, pushing up and over. And we circle across the body, all the way across, up and over. Good, last 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, exhale to lower down. Excellent, big breath in. Breath out, up and over. Circle. Good. Shoulder holding us up is getting a fair bit of isometric work here. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Around the elbow. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, up and over. And we're circling. And keep your balance. Your obliques and your core is getting a bit of a workout too. Inhale. Exhale to lower back down. Taking yourself all the way down onto your propped up elbow here. Like I say, you can do whatever you want with the legs. Pulling the tummy in. And we're doing our shoulder external rotations here. So let's set up. Pull the shoulder down and away from the ear as if we're reaching down long. Elbow bent up at 90 degrees. Your elbow should just be sat on top of your hip bone, just about level with your belly button. It's hinged at 90 degrees. The elbow joint itself is going to be our hinging point. Take a hold of your canna beans. They start down on the mat. Everything else is set up perfectly. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping the elbow set on the hip, not allowing your body to roll back. So core is keeping you tight here to allow true work of the shoulder external rotators to take place here. Inhale. And exhale. The breathing helps you channel a little bit more energy, get a bit more oxygen into the body to combine with some glucose to make energy. So make sure you're focusing on your breathing. Breath holdings hard can turn the whole thing anaerobic, which is something you don't want. Need as much oxygen in you as you can. Good, squeezing back of the shoulder blades. Don't allow the shoulder joint to come up towards the ear. That's how we all build up so much tension in our upper traps muscles up here. If anyone's ever told you that you're tight up there, inhale. Exhale to come up. We're pulsing up here. Small movements to the back of the hand, coming up towards the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale to lower down. I always really feel that one. Okay, let's go in for our beautiful thoracic rotation and pec stretch next. Knees are stacked up, they are going nowhere. We're sort of just resting down. You can be resting down on a wee pillow here. Arm is out in front. We inhale. On our exhale, reach, 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 reach. Let me see, make sure you can see me okay. I've got a wall here, sorry. Out in front. You reach, 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 reaching. Hand starts to scoop up, up. Pull us all the way up and over. And we start to rotate. Huge sideways circle. Hand comes down. We press the hand into the bum. The hand makes its way up over the legs. It's out in front again. Off we go again. Reach, 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 reach. Away from the body. Now we're up overhead and reaching. And now we're scooping all the way out to the right hand side. Hand comes down, squeezes onto the bum. Makes its way over the legs. Out in front. Off we go. Up. Around to the right. Allow the right shoulder to come down towards the mat. Squeeze into the back of the bum, up and over. Really, really nice pec stretch here. Especially at this point when you're up and over and you just first fall onto that right hand side. It's just a beautiful bit of mobility work for the thoracic spine, the shoulder girdle, your lower back even. Scooping around the right hand side of the body, coming down, pressing as hard as you can in towards your bum, up and over. Last one. Reach, reach, reach. Lifting up overhead. We rotate. The body falls down to the right hand side. Scooping the arm away from the body. Comes down, squeezes into the bum. Up and over. Inhale. And exhale. Excellent. Okay, from here, we're coming on to our tummies next. We're going to come in for a bit of a flow series now. Okay. So we're going to go downward dog. We're going to go for a downward dog press into a scap push-up, and then into breaststroke prep. Well, not so. Set your beans, cans, either side of your mat for me, please, just so that you'll be able to grab them soon enough. Okay. Come on to all fours. Turn your toes up. Take a big breath in, and on your breath out, we're going to push down through the hands and the feet. And we're going to come up into a nice downward facing dog. Let's just be here for a stretch for a minute, okay? Hands are just slightly wider than shoulder width apart. You're squeezing your shoulder blades together, looking down in between your knees, getting a big stretch down into the calves and the back body. Inhale. And exhale. Now don't attempt this if you think you're going to fall on your head. If you do think you're gonna fall on your head, please get some cushions for your face here. If you're wanting a little bit of a shoulder press, okay, looking down in between your knees, we're gonna do like a little bit of a press up, as if you wanted to bring the top of your head down towards the mat. It's not gonna touch the mat. Press and up. Good. Press and up. Let's do 3 more and up. 2 and up. 1 and up. Inhale. Exhale, flatten through the back. Just give yourself another stretch into downward dog. Breathe in. On this breath out, we're going to push right the way through until we come into a full plank. Okay, hands are just about shoulder width apart. We're going to do some scalp presses here. So it's a squeeze together of the shoulder blades and a push apart. Squeeze shoulder blades, push apart. You're seeing my elbows are staying straight here the whole time. This is all the shoulder blades. Push the shoulders apart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Push the shoulder blades apart. Good. Last one. And together. Lower down into a cobra. Looking up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Lower and down so that you're flat on the mat. Legs are out behind you. Sorry, I have a wall here, so that's not working for me. Your legs will be out flat behind you. My legs are going to be bent up. Had to angle the camera weird today. Okay, taking a hold of your bean cans, either side. Your forehead's down on the mat. We inhale. On the exhale, you'll know this one. We're floating the bean cans up towards the ceiling. And we're going to pulse them with straight elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades back and down. We're pulsing the bean cans up towards the ceiling. 10 in total. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Exhale to lower the bean cans back down. Let go of them. And just lie there because you're doing amazing. Okay, push up onto all fours again. We sit back into child's pose, our shell stretch. For this one, big breath in, keep stretching, keep holding that. So then we're going to do that flow 3 times. I'm going to turn this camera so that I'm not hitting a wall. Keep stretching. Big breath in, filling up the backs of the ribs. Huge breath out. Good. Take yourself out of your shell stretch and up into all fours position. We're going to do that whole flow 3 times in total. We've just done 1. Let's go again. Big breath in. On your breath out, push down through the hands and the feet, and let's come up into a downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, let's do 10 press ups. Gently lowering the head down towards the mat. Pulling the tummy up the whole time. Squeezing the shoulder blades back. And only attempt this if you can manage. Stop at the point if you feel like you're going to fall on your head, please. Inhale. Exhale, last one. And pushing right the way through into a downward dog. And just hold there for me. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Next exhale, come into a full plank for me. Hands are just underneath the shoulder joints. Hands are just about shoulder width apart. Scalp press up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Everybody really struggles with this one. I find this one's better to teach in person. Elbows are straight. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Push the shoulder blades away. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Push the shoulder blades away. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Trying to keep the tummy from doming. So don't want this kind of thing happening. You're keeping your tummy pulled up the whole time. Inhale. Exhale. Now let the hips and the tummy come down. You're in Cobra. Inhale. Exhale to lower down. So you're in that breaststroke prep position. Grab a hold of your bean cans. Your forehead's down on the mat the whole time. Arms are in by your side. You're holding onto your cans. Elbows are straight. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the cans up a couple of inches above the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. Let's pulse the cans up towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the cans down. Let go of them. Let your arms come down by your side. Switch everything off. Inhale. Exhale. Push up through your hands onto all fours. Put your bum back on to your heels. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Push down through your hands to get your bum closer towards your feet. Inhale and exhale. Gonna go in for one more set. It's really, really good work. Inhale, exhale, and on the next inhale and exhale, we're gonna come straight up into a downward dog, okay? Inhale and exhale, come up into all fours and up into a downward dog. Whew, love this pose. Squeeze your shoulder blades back together, look down in between your knees. Inhale, exhale, let's press. Lifting and lowering the head, bend of the elbows. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And back into a downward dog. Just stretch there for a bit. Inhale, exhale, come into a full plank for me. Make sure you're happy with the position of your hands. You may need to shimmy about shoulder width apart. Scap press. Squeeze shoulder blades, push shoulder blades apart. Keeping the tummy up. Triangle gaze, keeping the neck up, the chin tucked up into the chest. Last 2. Squeeze and push. Squeeze and push. Down into Cobra. Inhale. Exhale to lower down. Forehead comes on to the mat. Take a grab of your beans. Bring them in by your side. Get ready for what's to come. Big breath in. Breath out. Take a hold of your cans. Float them up off the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. Inhale. Exhale. Let's pulse, pulse, pulse. Up towards the ceiling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale to lower them down. Oh. Switch everything off. Inhale, exhale, come up onto all fours. Sit your bum back onto your heels. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Push through the hands. You're getting a great big stretch up the lats and the side body into the shoulders. Breathe deep. Forehead coming down towards the mat. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Last time, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Amazing. Come back down onto your tummy again. This is torture today. It's a real big like cardio workout as well, which is good. Okay, you're not going to need your beans for this one. We're coming into our cactus pose. Okay, so that's shoulders bent to 90 degrees and elbows bent to 90 degrees too. We're going to come and float the hands up into this kind of freeze position. Forehead's also going to come up. We inhale. On the exhale, we backwards circle the arms and we're going to do like a bit of shimmying. One hand on top of the other. For a wee few seconds there, we come back up into the starting position, our cactus arms, and then we float all back down. Okay, so come out into the start position, everything's rested off. Big breath in, breath out, float the forehead and the shoulders, the arms up off the mat. Take a big breath in. Breath out, we straighten out the elbows, hands come behind us, and we're popping. One hand on top of the other. A quick change over. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Last 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale, circle the hands back up into that cactus pose. Inhale and exhale, we'll lower back down. Good, inhale. Exhale, 90 degrees, shoulder and elbow. We float up with the forehead. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the elbows, circle the hands wide. They're coming behind, just floating above the bum. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Inhale. Exhale, circling up wide. Inhale. Exhale to lower back down. Last one, inhale. Exhale, float forehead and arms up, squeezing, sinking those hip bones into the mat. Don't lift your head up, tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, circle the arms wide so they're floating above the bum. And let's shimmy them back and forth over each other. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale, pause. Float the hands back up into cactus pose. Inhale. And exhale to lower back down. Brilliant. Inhale. And exhale. We're nearly done this burner. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Coming up into all fours. I'm going to do a wee thread the needle stretch. So picking the left hand underneath the right. We come right the way down, resting the left ear down onto the mat, sinking into the floor with that left arm, trying to look over the right shoulder. So thoracic spine mobility, which is the part of your spine that's in between your shoulder blades, can have a link or play a role in shoulder mobility at times too. So we like to keep it nice and healthy. And the neck, of course, as well. Inhale. Exhale, back into all fours. Right hand this time, inhale. Exhale, thread the right hand underneath. We drop the body right the way down. My right ear is coming down, well, nearly, onto the mat. I'm pressing through my right forearm, trying to twist around to look over my left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. To come back up. So we're back on all fours. Okay, gonna do a little bit of plank work next. Trying to fire the serratus anterior muscle, which is the boxer muscle. So if you've ever been told you have things like winging scapula or just shoulder blades that sit off your cage a little bit, this is a great muscle to train for that. So for this one, bring your hands further forward than your shoulder joints. So you can see there's me in line, my hand in line with my shoulder. I'm coming a fair bit forward from that. Hands are spread wide, they're still a little bit shoulder width apart from each other. Turn the toes up. Okay, for this one, we're going to come into plank level 1, floating the knees up off the mat. We inhale. Exhale, we shoot forward into plank level 2. Then what we're going to do is we're going to turn the elbows in and out to face each other and to face away from each other. We come back into plank level 1 and we lower back down. Nice and easy, a few of these, okay? Get in your starting position, hands further forward, feet turned up, inhale. Exhale, push down through the hands and the feet, hover the knees just a few inches up off the ground, inhale. Exhale, with control, shoot fully forward into your full plank. Rotate the elbows together and away from each other, together and away from each other, together and away from each other. Inhale. Exhale, push back through into plank level 1. Try to keep the bum down, shoulder blades squeeze back. Inhale. Exhale to lower back down. Push yourself back on to your heels. Inhale. Exhale, coming up onto all fours. Hands still floated farther forward of the shoulder joints. Inhale. Let's do another. Exhale, pushing down through the hands and the feet. Plank level 1. Knees floated up a few inches off the ground. Inhale. Exhale to straighten the knees, shooting through to plank level 2. Rotate the elbows. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. Like I say, these are wee, pernickety wee things that are best learnt in class. Inhale. Exhale, pushing back into that low plank level 1. Pull your tummy up. Inhale. Exhale to lower back down. Push your bum back onto your heels for a stretch. We've got one more to do. Give your wrists a little bit of a turn as well. This also builds up wrist endurance. So if your wrists are feeling it, don't be alarmed. Strength will come into your wrists with time the more you practice Pilates. Big breath in, breath out. Pushing up into level 1. Through to level 2. Inhale. Rotating the elbows together and away. Towards each other and away. Inhale. Exhale. Pushing back, keeping low, inhale. Exhale to lower the knees, coming back into shell stretch, inhale. And exhale. Excellent. Come up tall. Whoa, right, we'll do a very quick tricep stretch and then we're going to come onto our chair for our last exercise. Pick your left hand up, hop it behind the head as if you were scratching your neck behind your head. Right arm. We take a pull of the elbow behind our body. Gives your triceps a wee stretch off. Try not to dump into your lower back. Keep that connection between the ribs and the tummy rather than having a big huge arch like that. Flatten your tummy through. Keep your chin tucked in. Inhale. Exhale to swap over. Hand comes behind. This one comes, takes a grab of the elbow, pull it back the way. Good. Inhale and exhale, lower down across the body and hold, pull, inhale, exhale, come wide and swap over. Good, come wide and lower back down. Chair next, I'm going to do tricep dips. I'll get rid of my mat for I don't need it now. Alrighty, try to get like a nice cushion or something. Treat yourself so you can protect your wee hands here, okay? So we're coming on so that our hands are just slightly wider than shoulder width apart here. Okay, so come on, taking a grab of the back. Now if you're wanting something really, really easy here, just walk your feet slightly out in front. Should be not a 90-degree bend in the knees, just slightly further than that. Okay, you take yourself forward, almost as if we're in that backwards bridge position like we do sometimes. If you want it easy, bend your knees. Okay, we bend at the elbows to dip ourselves down. A lot of folk will know this one. Dip ourselves down and come back up. Try to keep your elbows in close-ish to your body. Okay, and if you're wanting it more difficult, of course, make your body longer. So you can come out into that fully stretched out position. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Tricep dip, but make it easier by bringing a wide stance. Really bend your knees. You'll not be as heavy. Okay, let's do 10 in total. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Inhale. Exhale to sit up on the seat. Get the arms out in front. Then touch toes. Bend elbows, interlace fingers. Bring them out wide behind your head. Squeeze the elbows apart. Big breath in. Big breath out, circle out and round. Do another set of these. I make it a little bit easier for myself. Bend the knees slightly. Okay, get yourself set up. Fingers facing you, inhale. Exhale to dip down. Try to see how much shoulder extension you can get here. Instead of doing these wee quick pumpy small ones, I would rather that you get through your full range of shoulder movement and do less or make it easier just so that you can get the mobility. Okay, last 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Exhale, get yourself up into the chair. Run the arms down out in front. Good. Bend elbows, interlace fingers, up behind the head. Squeeze the elbows apart. Inhale. And exhale. Cool down next. Come and have a stand. That was amazing today. Working the shoulders is super, super important. If you've ever spoken to anybody that's had a shoulder injury or been in a cast or been in a sling or something, they'll tell you it's torturous having your shoulder out of action. Okay, big breath in. And breath out. I'm going to bring our legs slightly wider than hip width apart. Good. Bending the knee, coming over on to the right, coming over on to the left. Inhale. On the exhale, I'm going to come over onto this right hand side. Drop that right arm up and over. Windmill the arm and change direction. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, opposite side, bending right the way over, getting the stretch up the side body, swimming forwards, change direction, swimming backwards, inhale, exhale, back center, up and over for 4, 3, 2, and 1, inhale, exhale to bring the arms back down, feet just slightly closer together, only a smidge wider than hip width apart. We inhale. On our exhale, we bend the knees, bring the arms up overhead. As we start to stand up, we circle the arms right the way back and through. So it's nice backwards mobility of the shoulders, cooling down, redirecting our blood back to the central areas. Good, change direction with the arms. Sit down, arms come up and over. Good, you can come a little bit wider with your squat this time. Turn your feet out at 10 to 2. Sit down, arms come up and over. Good, 2 more. Really rotate the palms away, coming back with the thumbs. So you're getting that internal and external rotation of the shoulders. Rotate back with the thumbs, up and over. Turn the thumbs away. Inhale. Exhale, bring the feet so that they're hip width apart. Big breath in to bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, interlace fingers and bring it behind your head. Inhale to shrug shoulders. Exhale, pull shoulders down. Inhale to grow tall. Exhale. Good, 2 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hands behind head. Inhale, shrug shoulders. Exhale, pull shoulders down. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale to circle. Last one. Inhale, exhale, behind the head. Inhale to shrug shoulders. Exhale, pull shoulders down. Inhale, tippy toes, grow tall, stretch, reach for the sky. Exhale, back down, shake it all out. Amazing. Shoulder rehab, shoulder rehab. Leave comments below if you want to see anything else like this. Like I say, I'll kind of be doing series videos for you guys, for anybody that's rehabbing any particular injuries. Tune into the rest of my videos. Please subscribe to my channel to see all the rest of my videos. Keeping safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.